Hi everyone, I would like to show you some demo about running workout with Apple Watch Series 2. I already have video with small workout like 500 meters, but it's not enough to see all statistics and all information which we can get. And I made a long run 5 kilometers, and I will show some statistic about it and some interesting functions like segments, and we can see some statistic for every kilometer, and we can press special sequence and make some segments manually. First of all, let me show you some interesting settings which is related for running. For example, when we start workout application with green one, and when we choose outdoor run, it shows me first my last activity, 5 kilometers. On this screen, before we start, we can change some units, like we can change kilometers to miles. If we press in the middle of the screen and hold, like this, we can see the screen and we can change miles to miles and back to kilometers. Most probably it will work automatically for you, but in case like if you need to change it, there is this possibility, like you live in Netherlands, in Europe, but you like distance in miles. For example, also we can change calories to kilojoules the same way. And now when I click start, running started, and if I rotate this one with digital crown, I can highlight different fields. Another very interesting function is how to mark segments. For example, I did run like 300 meters, and maybe I have some loops near my home with 500 meters length or whatever, and I need to check every lap, and I want to be able to see some statistic about every lap, and I just need double click and it makes segment and show us some summary like distance, pace and time. And when I make another one loop or whatever, I can double click again and mark the second segment. And also what is interesting, we can change these fields here. Like now we have only 3 fields, but we can put some more fields. Let me show how it works. First we need to take iPhone and go to watch application, and we need to go to settings and choose this workout application. Here we have some interesting functions like power saving mode, running auto pause. Auto pause may be useful if you run and there are many traffic lights or whatever, and you don't want to take into account this time, and when you just wait. And the most interesting thing is this workout view. This is basically how we can configure different fields. And now it's more multiple metrics. If we choose single metrics, let's see what will happen on Apple Watch. Again, I start outdoor run. And I can see only distance, but if I turn this digital crown, I can switch from one field to another. It's heart rate, total calories, active calories, average pace, current pace, and time. Now let me check what will happen if I will try to choose multimetrics. Multimetric, and I see the list of all available workouts, starting from walking, running, cycle, and all that things, like really all. And for every activity I can choose which kind of fields I can see. For example, for now let's choose outdoor run. I already chose average pace, distance, and heart rate. I also can add duration, current pace, active calories, and total calories. In order to do it, I need to click edit button, and by this red icon I can remove one. For example, I don't care about average pace, but instead of average pace I want to add duration. I want to add active calories and total calories. Maybe not total calories, maybe instead of total calories, current pace. If I take for these 3 lines, I can move. For example, I need duration. In this case, I need to duration. I need to tap this one and move it like this. Now let's click done and see how it will looks like on the watch. Now I see these 5 numbers: time, distance, pace, heart rate, and active calories. If I rotate with digital crown, it's highlight different fields again. Also, what is interesting, during the outdoor run, every 1 kilometer the watch automatically beeping and vibrating and show some statistics, intermediate statistics. Now I'm going to show you how 5-kilometer run looks like on iPhone. Because on the watch we cannot see only the statistics like outdoor run, last 5 kilometers, and we cannot see more. But on the iPhone we can see much more statistics, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show what kind of statistic we can get from 5 kilometers run with Apple Watch Series 2. First I need to run activity application and go to workouts tab and open my run. I have outdoor run for 5 kilometers. What we can see here, we can see some distance, time, place, it's basically city name, calories, active and total distance, total time, average heart rate, average pace 7 minutes, and when we click this arrow on the right side of the pace, we can see pace for every kilometer. Like first I started like 6:37, later it was slower, and last kilometer I accelerated a little bit. And kilometer 6, it's only with last 20 meters, it's some not relevant information. Also, as I showed before, we can mark segments, and this information for every segment, every segment was around 700 meters, because I was running near my home, and there is some loop with 700 meters length, and for every segment we have time, distance, and average pace. And most interesting thing, it's a route. It was not available for old Apple Watch, but now you can see the route on the map, how I was running. We can zoom it or rotate. And basically this one, I was running around the house back and forth. It was not really loop, because I didn't want to cross the road where car is going, just to avoid that I have to stop and wait. And this is how route looks like. Let me zoom it and show some different part of it. Basically I was running on the same road, maybe plus minus 1 meter. It was a pedestrian road, and I cannot zoom more. It is the maximum zoom. And all these deviations, it's some GPS precision. Of course I did not run over the pond through the water. And the green mark is start and red mark it is the end of my activity. Yes, last I ran a little bit longer than usual. This is how the route looks like. And by this button we can export it somewhere, save as image or whatever. And basically that's it for the running activity. I hope this video will be useful for you. I also am going to record a video about different settings for different workouts activities. Please have a look, it will be available soon. Bye bye.